Today I am working on a Tunisian crochet scarf that will be for someone I work with. She purchased the yarn for me, and the yarn I'm using, it's 100% cashmere wool yarn. Let's see, Yunky Monkey. YunkyMonkey.com, I think, is the brand. There we go, Yunky Monkey. There is no specific hook size that's recommended. Do not dry clean, do not bleach, do not iron, hand wash. Pardon me. Tumble dry, dry flat. Do not tumble dry, dry flat. So she got me like 10 rolls of this type of yarn. And basically I'm doing what I call it, your basic stockinette stitch or something very similar to it. All I'm doing is knit stitch. Give me a second here. It's kind of weird when you're filming and you have the phone stand between you and your project, so it makes it a little weird. There we go. Knit stitch, knit one, purl one. Makes it a little more difficult to get the stitches done because you're looking through the camera. Knit one, purl one. You have to get through that vertical bar right there to do the purl stitch. Okay, there we go. Here we go. And you're alternating the stitches. Knit one, purl one. I'm using actually a 5mm Tunisian crochet hook with this cashmere yarn. I have never actually worked with a yarn, why is there a thread there, so very fine as this. I am not a yarn snob. I actually generally prefer to use very affordable acrylic yarns such as Hobby Lobby's I Love This Yarn, or Red Heart Super Saver, or Bernat, anything like that. I am not one who eschews those types of yarns. I have to admit, while this yarn feels pretty soft, I think that the Hobby Lobby yarn is in fact softer. And I did tell her that, Hobby Lobby yarn was pretty soft, and I did have some with me, and she put her fingers on the roll of yarn that I had. She agreed it was quite soft, but she wanted cashmere. So she went online, she went to Amazon and found this yarn and bought an entire package of it. And this is what I'm doing with it. She showed me some pictures of scarves that she liked. And so, since I do not knit with needles, I figured I could do Tunisian crochet, which is giving me this ribbed sort of thing going on here, pattern. So it's just knit one, purl one. And there is no curl to this because I'm doing purl stitches every other stitch. And if I was doing all knit stitches, yes, it would curl. Basically with the knit stitch, you go in behind that vertical bar all the way through to the back of the work, yarn over, pull up a loop. For a purl stitch, you bring the yarn to the front of the work, insert through the vertical bar, grab the yarn like this, you sort of twist it around your hook, and pull through. There we go. That's what purl, P-U-R-L, by the way, means. It means twist. It's a twisted stitch. I've seen a lot of people spell it P-E-A-R-L, like the pearls that you make jewelry with. No. It's P-U-R-L. Purl. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull up loop, bring the yarn to the front, insert, wind it, twist it, and just keep going. I found that with this particular size hook and with these stitches, I can get, and as wide as this project is, I can get from each skein of this yarn about 8 inches worth of the scarf done. So I may have enough yarn to complete the scarf. So, but if I need more, I'll let her know and she can order more yarn for me. So this is just what I'm doing for now, is working on this nice little red scarf. Knit stitch, purl stitch, insert the hook, wind it around, pull it through. I do have to give it a little tug. I don't like doing that, but I kind of have to. Okay, hold on a minute. Knit stitch. Oh, let me go back. That didn't work out the way I wanted it to. It didn't go through the V. You have to go right through the two. There we go. That's better. Knit stitch. You see that it's coming right through that V right there. Purl stitch. I'm sitting in a deserted office in the office building where I work, working on this. Okay, here we go. Knit stitch. Hold on a second. Let me just, there we go. Knit stitch, purl stitch. Okay, good. Knit stitch, purl stitch. I'm going to have to pull some more yarn off of the little cake, the little roll. Okay, give me a second here. Fortunately, these are center pull, so it's not like, I think it's loops and threads that is not center pull. It makes me bananas. I will take yarns like that and I will cake them up into a center pull cake as soon as I buy them, because I really prefer having center pull, you know, rolls of yarn. Okay, where were we? Here we go. Knit one. Come on, let's get in through there. Okay, purl one. And on the last stitch, right on the end, we just insert through the last two loops at the end, yarn over, pull up loop. Okay, good. So now the hook has all these loops on it. So, pardon me, yarn over, let me adjust that. Yarn over, chain one, yarn over, pull through two, and do this all the way back down the row, working off all of these loops. This is why I say that Tunisian crochet is like knitting meets crochet and has a baby, because you're collecting a lot of loops on your hook the way knitting does, but you're using a crochet hook to do this. Yarn over, pull through two, all the way down. Carefully. Like I said, it's also really weird looking at it through, you know, the phone. There we go. we go. Okay, yarning over, pulling through 2, all the way down. There we go. Gotta get that corrected. There we go. There we go. Just kind of be very careful because you don't want to pull through 3 like I almost did. Okay, good. Let me just take my time with that. There we go. And what I do quite often is, as I'm pulling through 2, I will carefully rotate the hook like that to bring it through 2 loops only at just the right time. So you don't want to do that. So you can push it back through like that and do it again. For this particular work, you know, you don't pull through 3. There are some patterns, like when you make Tunisian crochet lace, you would pull through 3. Oh, I hate when that happens. I really do. There we go, fix that. Here we go. This yarn does not feel like it has sizing on it, which is the stuff that keeps the yarn shaped like yarn, you know, keeps it from becoming fuzzy and whatnot. I think Red Heart uses sizing on their yarn, which is why it feels a little coarse. Here we go. But this feels like it does not have sizing on it. There we go, we've just done another row. Now, one thing I have noticed about Tunisian crochet like this, I may have to block the project when it's done, we'll see, is that it slants. And by the way, one of the first things I did with this was this whole bottom row here, let me go ahead and pull this out, just to make sure there was no purl in the bottom. I did an entire row of purl stitches just to keep it from curling at all. So that entire first row is purl stitches. And then I did the knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. And this is what the fabric looks like close up. But I've noticed it's tilting. You see it's got this tilt. This side looks higher than this. It's probably just the way the tension is going with the scarf. I may have to find a way to block it, to pull this side up. I think the stitches on the left side are a little bit tighter than on the right side. So, but otherwise, generally speaking, the fabric has pretty good drape. It's not too thick. I mean, we can see just how very fine the yarn is. Here's some Hobby Lobby yarn to compare it with. Can you see that? The difference? Let me look at the packaging on this. It does not say what weight of yarn this is. High quality imported wool, mercerized 4 strands wool, solid rich dyed color, strong warmth retention, uniform thickness, skin friendly, soft touch, moisture regain 15%, weight 50 grams. That's the size of this little cake here, this little roll. So, but it doesn't say if it's, you know, 4 weight, 3, you know, whatever. But it's nice. It's very smooth. It is very smooth. Like I said, with this stitch, it does seem to have a nice drape. Let me see if I can tilt this a little bit. You know, and I think once it's done, it will be, you know, a very nice scarf. And I think she's gonna like it. So there we have it. There's my lovely red cashmere wool scarf.